Well, it's Tuesday, March 17th, and this bike was supposed to go home. Client came to pick it up, and I never start a bike ahead of time, and I never start a bike in the days before it's scheduled to be picked up. I want when the bike gets picked up, I want it to be a cold start, having sat for days, just as if it were in the client's garage. And that's a good thing, and it's also a bad thing, because as soon as I turned on the gas on this thing, on the right-hand carburetor, it just came pouring out. So the client had time, and I decided, okay, I'll take the bowl off and double check it, and everything was absolutely perfect. I mean, the float level is absolutely perfect. The gas needle is perfect. Put it back together, turn on the gas, and it leaks like a so-and-so. So, making me crazy. So there it goes. Look at that. It's pouring out of there, guys. So I went down to my good buddy Roger to see if he had it in a new float. He doesn't, but he's got a box full of the old ones. So I picked out two nice ones. I'm going to try this one first in a new gasket. And I got borrowed a bowl. I just cannot feature it being any part of the problem, but I borrowed one. And I'm going to take the bowl off this carburetor again and put the new float in it. I'm going to do a float test on the floats and find out if the float in here is heavier than the ones I just brought in, if there's a problem with it. There's no gas in it. I've seen these plastic floats crack and then get gas in them and become heavy and then fill the float. But that doesn't seem to be the problem here. So I'm going to take this float bowl off again and take a look. I don't know. I just don't know. Ah, well. What I'm going to try to do is I have a bowl full of gasoline, a blowtorch, a cigarette, some matches, and no, I don't have any of that stuff. I have a bowl full of gasoline. That's right. I'm going to toss the float that came out of the bike into that gasoline, and one of the two that I borrowed from my friend Roger. He didn't have any of the brand new ones. If he did, I would have bought two of them. But he did have like a bucket full of these, so I picked out a darker one, which may be the same, and a lighter one, which I think is an earlier model. I've held this up to the light, actually shined the light through it. There's no gasoline in it, but I'm just going to see how it floats. Hello. I want to see how it floats. Excuse me? Oh, now that's funny. Let's see. Oh, no, that's weird. Look at that. That one floats highest of all of them. I can't believe it. This thing is sunk. Okay, I have a new shop rule. New rule. From now on, when somebody says, I want you to go through my carburetors, a new float is mandatory, no longer optional. Seriously. That's ridiculous. I mean, can you see that clearly? It's freaking sitting on the bottom. Both of these guys are floating. This guy's sitting on the bottom. Now let me hold him up to the light and see if I can see gasoline in him. I cannot. There is I'm getting nothing out of it, and it sinks. Oh gosh. Well, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with the darker of the two because it might match the one that's in the other carburetor. And we'll give this one back to Roger. Gee whiz. Things I never ever expected to see. That's incredible. That is just incredible. Okay, new float, different needle, same bowl, and I've got a new, Roger gave me a new gasket. So that's what's going to go on the bike now. This is some really weird stuff. That's just strange. I'm going to put this card back together. Okay, so it's all put together, and I got a good tickle out of the device that we used to call a tickler. Now we call it a level adjustment enricher something or other. But anyway, it's not running away. So I'm actually ready to do a start, which I think I will do as soon as I get mentally ready. All right, let's give her a start up. Gas is on. Key is on. Tickle's good. Kill switch is now center. It was off. I hate these kill switches. The way I do this is I turn the adjuster way in, okay, then I back it out. So I turn it in, and I can feel it hitting the screwdriver, and I back it out. You can actually see the screwdriver bouncing. Maybe let me try to zoom in, and you can actually see the screwdriver bouncing when I do that. And I just I hold it at the end like this, just barely. Okay, now see, watch this screwdriver right there. See it? Let me center it up. See that? Now it's bouncing. Now I keep going. See? Now it's not touching now. Now it is. I can feel it right here. And now, just barely, and now it's not touching. So right now, the slide is all the way down and the adjuster is just barely touching it. Now at this point in time, what I do is give it exactly 1/2, 1, 1 1/2. That's my starting point on the idle. Let's go to the other side and do that side. All right. Gonna go all the way in, way in. This is the hard part. I got to reach over the motorcycle. This is where having Kevin here to do the throttle helps a lot. I'm going to try to do this left-handed because I can't make it snap. I can't let go of it cleanly. They're touched. Oh boy, making me crazy. Things are working against me is that this throttle assembly is very tight and I can't get a really harsh snap. Okay, there's the difference right there. Now it's touching. Now it's touching. Now it's not. Okay, so that's the starting point. At this point, I'm going to go 1 1/2 turns in. And theoretically, they're balanced. Now at this point, I'm going to start the bike and see how it works. Okay, let's start the bike and see if I can run side to side to side. Good flooding by the device formerly known as a tickler. Ignition on. Another half turn. Now I'm going to adjust the pilot air mixture in and out for best RPM. I was in half a turn. I'm going to call it good. What you're doing is you're balancing between the pilot jet and the idle. When you get the pilot jet to highest RPM, then you can back off the idle. But then you want to adjust the pilot jet in or out so that you get a clean off throttle, off idle. If you get a hesitation right coming off of idle, you can usually get rid of it by adjusting the pilot air adjuster screw a little bit to adjust the mixture. So anyway, I'm going to call it good. Let the client have it. And that's the way it is today. We had a failure, we had a success. Gonna let her go. Now I'll go edit out the great long gaps when I was not doing anything but left the camera running.